my band, AGO, and we're going to have all of our tracks that we play on the show available on my SoundCloud account in the next couple weeks. We've had some requests for that. That is Hassan Godwin. He's pretty damn incredible. I'm going to hopefully have him on the show. He's a huge comic book guy as well, too. Welcome to all the Periscope peeps. Yep, we are live on the radio, talkingalternative.com. Welcome to all the YouNow peeps as well. We'll be live on YouTube as well. We're joined by the Bad Coyote Funky Bunch. We got Casey, we got Sergio, and we actually have Greg on line one. Greg, what do you think about our fan poll that right now, currently, I don't know how this is happening, but Man of Steel is ranked as the highest, as the fan favorite at the moment, and the poll ends in a half an hour.
So I'm not too surprised with it, in all honesty. If you look at this, at least as far as I can see, the audience of this day and age, they love production values, they love grit.
Mm-hmm.
Superman, they hadn't seen the first Superman movie, when they were a bit younger.
Mm-hmm.
That nostalgia factor, which is what I know I have with Christopher Reeve Superman. And the special effects, they're good for what the time was, but they're not the best. They're not Man of Steel. So I think, pardon the pun, but grounding Superman down.
You're pardoned.
Making it gritty, making him unsure of himself is what more people can relate to, and they enjoy that movie a bit more. It's not that it's just in their more recent memory than the Christopher Reeve.
What's interesting is that there's a lot of people I know that don't really care for Man of Steel. I mean, I loved Man of Steel. I like Zack Snyder as a director. I mean, the scene where he's learning how to fly and then the big orchestra chimes up and he just believes in himself and just starts flying across the world I got goosebumps from watching
Sure.
that. And then the big battle with Zod at the end, I know some people were like, that battle was way too loud. I'm like, what do you mean? We want them to fight for 2 seconds and go back to look. Talking? Come on.
No. The movie wasn't bad. I think the big complaint was that it just wasn't a Superman movie, and that was what I think people had the biggest,
But it was too dark and too... I actually liked that. I mean, Superman doesn't have to be, hey, everybody, I'm Superman, let's do it. I mean, I'm a huge Batman fan, so when I saw that this movie was darker, I was like, yeah, it's more my speed.
The movie has a lot of issues, not just with Superman's character, because that's first and foremost the biggest problem is that you try and make this upstanding, all-American, truth, justice, American way,
boring,
which they changed to all that stuff.
Sure.
But it's he's a symbol of good, a paragon hero you can aspire to. It would be like if they made Captain America fighting, just street crime, but then he's also on the take.
Sure.
From a dealer or something like that. He doesn't stand for that. 40 years ago, right? 1978 Superman.
Yeah.
The special effects,
Amazing.
they're struggling to make you believe a man can fly.
Yeah.
That is the tagline of that movie. And I mean, to see how far things have come, that movie did fantastic for what it was, but I don't think it holds up very well at all.
Really?
So it doesn't surprise me at all that Man of Steel is the choice. I mean, also it's almost like first past the post with all of these movies that are kind of
Yeah.
I mean, what need we say about Superman 3? There's an evil.
Well, okay, that one gave me nightmares, so we're not even going to go
I
there.
don't know what you're talking about.
That was a horrible.
For peace,
Well, that didn't exist. That didn't happen.
dude,
That was that was a 5-year-old did a coloring book. Greg, we thank you for your call. We want to get to David on line one. David, what do you got for us?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
So, I'll agree with Greg. It's surprising that people do like Man of Steel. And I agree with Greg also. I am coming from watching the original Christopher Reeve take on it back in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'll agree with Casey also that I watched it very, very recently, maybe a week ago at the most.
Sure.
And original Superman does not hold up well at all. The special effects are very dated.
Mm-hmm.
The fight scenes, between Zod and all his guys are getting Superman, but even also even acting not that great. Also, some of the powers they give Superman really makes no sense in the scheme of things.
Sure. What about
the chest emblem?
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. What do you guys think about? So right now the poll is at 31% for Superman, 23% for Superman 2, 0 for Superman Returns. No one likes the big gay Brandon Routh film as our guest Jeff Gomez kind of eloquently allegorized it. Allegorical? Yeah, allegorical. That's the word. That's close enough. And 46% of Man of Steel. Now, my thinking is this is actually like an election right now, and you have an independent candidate that is splitting the vote. And I think there's a lot of people that love Superman 1 and they love Superman 2, but if they had to decide between the one, they choose the one or the other. It's almost, 31%, 23%. They're kind of, lined up. And I think they're actually splitting their own vote versus Man of Steel, where you either definitively like Man of Steel or you don't. There's no in between. I know tons of people. I'm a Superman 2 guy. I think that's my favorite one. More so than regular Superman, but I could honestly see why Superman would be, some people would be like, oh, I like Superman better, I like Superman 2 better, but anyone that likes those two movies the best, they don't like Man of Steel. And anyone who likes Man of Steel, it likes Man of Steel for exactly the reasons we were talking about. What do you guys think? Splitting the vote?
Do you get a side sub-entry for Superman 2, the Donner Cut?
The Donner Cut, I actually didn't think the Donner Cut was better.
It's if anything, it's marginally different.
Yes,
but not. I wouldn't even say better.
No, I definitely don't think it's better. I'm not a huge fan of the Donner Cut. I watched it. I thought it was cool. It's always nice to see. What do you guys think about the R-rated director's cut that's going to be coming out for Batman Superman?
Oh my goodness! I mean,
that's like in direct correlation with Deadpool.
Absolutely,
oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking like, are they possibly going to fit into a Batman versus? Because like I don't think R when I think of Superman. Batman, yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
I can't see Batman swearing.
I can't see him swearing.
Not on this show. He's not allowed to swear on this show. He will get us kicked off of YouTube.
I can only see Batman with an R rating if we're doing like the Flashpoint paradox, where like it's his dad as opposed to Bruce Wayne, and he has the guns and everything. But I don't even know what they're going to put in this to make it rated R.
Blood? I don't know.
Maybe we can see Wonder Woman's boobs. That'd be great.
She's swam from Themyscira, and she just comes out of the ocean and everything. Radar.
Just shakes it off like whips the hair.
So, Dave, you actually brought up a great point, and as listeners of Secrets of the Sire know, I've been a big Deadpool fan. I thought it was going to do great. It was going to massively take over the box office. So, yeah, I know everyone's looking at me like I'm lying because I am actually lying. I actually predicted doom and gloom for it. But the Deadpool effect is in full effect right now. R-rated superhero movies, it took the Merc with a mouth to kind of open studios' eyes. Like, we could make something R-rated and people will go see it. Now, Sergio, you commented, though, Watchmen had little kids coming in there. I actually saw little kids on the Deadpool movie, too.
Yeah.
And I had little kids even buying Deadpool comics and in the bookstore, and I was like, Mom, you don't know what you're doing right now.
It's the same parents who buy their kids Grand Theft Auto because it's just a video game. They bring their kids to this movie.
Yeah.
It's a superhero movie.
Yeah.
It's Deadpool. He says a lot of things that we can't say right now because we get kicked off of YouTube.
Yes, exactly. Casey, what were you going to say?
I can sort of get kids reading the Deadpool comics because seeing violence in a comic book versus seeing it on screen, there's a certain difference in, I guess, the viscera.
Sure.
Like, I haven't really seen a Deadpool comic where he does that, just an insane level of violence that in just the one car where the guy ends up slapped against the street sign. Like there's funny stuff like that. There's decapitations, dismemberment, things like that. But it's different because I think comic book art is a little more cartoony in general than doing it in a very realistic way. Don't get me wrong. There are adult-oriented Deadpool comics, too. Like, there's Deadpool Max, which was done by Kyle Baker. Weird, but interesting.
The best R-rated comic book version of a character is Garth Ennis' run on Punisher.
Yes.
If you guys haven't read that, you should. It's amazing. And that was actually... when he was in the thick of his run, and it doesn't even have to be Steve Dillon on the artwork. He had a bunch of different artists and different runs at different times. He actually would leave the book and then come back to the book.
John McCrea, Goran Pavlov.
Always my favorite out of that. And his, that lends to R-rated. Deadpool lends to R-rated. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman's boob. I mean, there's really, I don't know what else to even think about that. David, thank you.
Oh, no.
That's it. That's it. David, thank you so much for the call. We appreciate you listening.
No problem, guys.
All right. So we are joined in the studio by the Bad Coyote Funky Bunch. This is Secrets of the Sire. We are on every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern on TalkingAlternative.com. The podcast gets launched every Monday. You can get it on iTunes. You simply search for Secrets of the Sire, S-I-R-E. You can check out the Twitter page at Michael_Dolce. You can check out the Facebook page /Secrets of the Sire and secretsofthesire.com. You can check out badcoyotefunky.com and check out their podcasts every Thursday night. When we return, I want to get into, and I actually saved a little extra time for this because I want to get into the superhero movies that are now coming out. First of all, we want to find out what you guys think is going to happen in Batman vs. Superman. I want to hear your take on it. We're going to do our Batman vs. Superman predictions, both box office and fan reaction and story content. That's 3 things. So we're going to have a jam-packed last segment. And then we're going to start talking about the X-Men movies coming out and Civil War coming out and see what you guys think about that. So when we return.
Talking alternative, may I help you?
Sounds great.
Yeah, it's totally. And I love the call and the callers coming in. That's actually the first time we've had.
He had to say something.
Balls. Can I help you?